Hey, it's Mark. Welcome back to Single Car Garage. It's Tuesday, I think the 29th, if I'm not mistaken. Working on taking the engine out of this 65 Impala. It's got a 327 powered glide. Been trying to get the car started for a few months now, and we can. It's a little bit low compression. It was rebuilt 40 years ago, and it's set since it got rebuilt. I don't think the rings seated. And with the lower compression, I just can't get it started. So we're going to go through the engine and put everything new on it, new distributor, rebuild the engine, everything new. So once we start it, we can head down the road without any problems. So that's what I'm working on. And then over here, I'm working on my daughter's car. Let's go take a look at that. I worked the hood today. That was probably the last thing I had to work on was getting this roof straightened out. We had to do some patching on it, and it really probably needs a new skin, but we patched it because most of the roof was in good shape, and had a lot of straightening out to do on it. Been working on it for a few months, and decided to finish it off today, and I've got it primered and ready to start sanding and see if I can find any more spots I need to fix. With having the motor now, we're kind of starting to ramp up on this 64 lemans, and so I'm going to try to have it ready to paint by February. What I'm doing now, I've already got the front fenders ready. I'm working on the passenger door, going through and detailing it, and then I'll come over and do the driver's door, detail it. And then I'll move back to the quarter panels, then the hood and the trunk, and slowly detail each one. Hope I have them close to perfection. Hoping this is the best paint job I ever turned out. So that's what's going on with that. And I'm working on the tailgate that goes with the 66 Chevy truck. And I've got it pretty much ready to paint. First good day I have in the 60 degree, I'll probably paint it. I've got everything done in this 65. I just need to take the torque converter loose, and we're ready to pull it out. We've got all the transmission bolts out, exhaust manifold bolts out, radiators out, all the hoses are undone, all the wiring's undone, all the linkage is undone. So we need to undo the torque converter and we'll be good to go. Hey, the reason I'm working on that friggin' tailgate, I sold my truck. Went to an auction the weekend before Thanksgiving, and was looking around. Guy came up to me, he said, "Hey, is that your big window 66 out there sitting on the highway?" And I was like, "Yeah, it sure is." And he goes, "You want to sell it?" And I was like, "No, I really don't want to sell it." I was like, "I like the truck, I like driving it. I've got a few things left to do to it." And he looked at it, took it for a drive and stuff, and then came back and asked me again. And I was like, "No," he made me a cash offer. And I was like, "Nope." So a little bit later, he came to me and he said, "Well, you know, what would take?" And I was like, "I don't really want to sell it," but I was like, "Here's the price if you want to buy it, or if you want to make me think about it. I'm not even going to promise you I'll sell it at that price if you pull that kind of cash out." He said no. So we went on about our way. He asked me for our address and phone number, and he lives a couple hours from where I live. And about 3 hours later, here comes a rollback in the driveway, and he's like, "Hey, I'm here to buy the truck." He laid the cash down on the hood, and we made a deal. So hated to see it go. I'd put a lot of sweat and tears into that old truck, but you know, I wanted to put power steering on it eventually, and I wanted to put disc brakes on it eventually. And to be honest with you, I'd been shopping for a custom frame, one that would really make it handle good. And so I was looking at spending another $20,000 on that truck, and I thought, well, you know what? Here's a guy, cash in his hand, wanting to give me the price that I want. So I sold it. So I told him I would get that tailgate. I tried to talk him out of that tailgate. It's in such bad shape. And I told him that up front. And he said, no, I'll paint it. And I'll use it. So I was, hated to see the old truck go because it's a good truck. It's been running good. I put several miles on it. and had no problems with it. Was looking forward to driving it even more, but it's gone. I'm not going to replace it. I'm going to finish that 36, and I'm going to get rid of that 36, and then I'm going to start working on getting rid of my 84 Corvette and a couple of more cars, and I'm going to thin myself down to about 5 cars, and then I'm going to get all them perfect, and I'm going to enjoy driving them. And I'm probably going to quit building cars outside of finishing my daughter's Tempest up. So I'll still be doing a lot of work. And everybody's laughing at me because they know I'm going to buy a project. But I'm trying hard not to. You know, got my 70 GTO. I want to get it finished up. I've got my 84 Z28. I'd like to get it. Got to get the transmission rebuilt in it, and I've got to do a couple other things to it. Other than that, it's ready to go. And then I've got some other stuff around here. I've got the 56 Studebaker. I've got plenty of things to work on, so I'm going to work on my stuff. I've got enough capital built up to get all these projects done unless something comes up. And then if I run across a good buy and something I can flip, I might buy it, might not. So that's what's going on this Tuesday. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. We did. The grandkids came over. I did some donuts in the field with them, and that excited them. Anything doing donuts always makes kids happy. We had a great meal, and I had a good time. So I'm glad it's over. Now we got Christmas coming up, and we get through it. And other than that, that's what we've been up to. So, hey, thanks for stopping by, and come back and see me, okay?